Good morning, We Dream Fearlessly community. It is Trudy here, and today, I'm waiting for Facebook to tell me that I am live. Today, we are going to have a look at the dream square, vision versus the big picture versus the change maker, the visionary, and how all of that comes together and how you can get this to work for you. Yes, I have a couple little notes around me to keep me on track because otherwise I'll talk for hours. Now, I'm very blessed, as I said in yesterday's post, to be surrounded by some amazing people that are just as driven to learn as I am, and it's awesome. And I was having a chat with my friend who had been on a course last weekend, and the speaker, who she couldn't remember his name, so when I find out I'll let you know, was talking about a difference maker versus a visionary versus a change maker, and how, good morning Tammy, and how all of this can either contract you or hold you back without even realizing it. So you can see my little diagram here, and I do apologize. I probably should have drawn it on a bigger piece of paper, but I think you get the gist, right? Hi, Deb. So these are the layers of the dream, right? This is the big picture. This is the vision on the outside. This is where we're sitting here. This is where we aspire to get to. But what you can see is there's levels and layers in here. Some people might call them their blocks. Some people might look at them as levels of expertise that they haven't grown into. Now, the big thing is that we sit in here and we can feel really stuck in this little box. You might also know it as your boundary conditions if you're in the coaching world, your upper limits, that kind of thing. Big problem is for many people is they stay in here attempting to push their way out and push open the door, but the handle of the door is on the other side. But no one in here, well, not no one, but it can be quite challenging in this space, excuse me, to reach out to the people on the other side of the door and ask them to open it and let you out into that next level. So there's a couple of different layers here that I want to discuss and get you thinking about, right? So you're here in this box. There's people out here. Your dream is here. Now, there's two kinds of people, right? So there's the visionary who has the big picture dream, but sits here in this space because they don't have the skills or the detail focus to get to here on their own. Then there's the change maker people who have very specific skills, who waiting for the visionaries to come out and ask them for their specific skills to help them work through each layer to get to the big vision, to get to the dream, right? So if you've studied NLP or I've just had a blank on what it's called, meta thinking. So that's really crazy. I've had an absolute blank on what this thing is. I'm not even going to pretend that I can remember it. I know it's meta something. Anyway, it's how people think and process. So in that, I keep going to say metaphysics, but it's not that. Meta programs, that's what it is. Thanks for bearing with me while I pull that out of my brain. So if you've studied meta programs, you'll know that there is generally people are big picture thinkers, small details focused people, and then there's people in between that will start big picture but are quite easy to work and reverse engineer, or vice versa. Bear with me, this has a point. So people in here, they're getting stuck and the dream seems so far away. Now, the first thing you want to do is identify, am I the visionary? Have I got the big picture, but I'm staying locked in this little box because I lack the focus or the specific skills to move me through each level to hit the dream. Slam on the wall there. Or am I the details person, that change maker person has the specifics, but I'm waiting for the big picture visionary person to come and ask me for support? So identifying where you sit in that is a big thing for helping you to build your vision and your dream. Do you need someone who's visionary to challenge you to think bigger and go bigger yourself? Do you need somebody who has the details? So I feel like I'm a little bit jumpy. Internet's a bit shaky today, I think. But do you have the details and the specifics? What person are you? Because something that really came up in this conversation was that people, whether you're a visionary or you're a change maker, whether you're big picture or your details, there's too many people sitting in here pushing, attempting to get this door open towards their dreams. It's too hard and they're not getting the right support. Do you have a team? Are you asking for help? Are you asking for the people that are ahead of you to open the door to support you, to let you in? This is where dreams die. And we're here and we're going, we want to dream fearlessly. But for many people, they feel like they have to do this on their own. They have to push through each level to get to the dream. And that's why it is so hard and so challenging for so many people to get there. So, do you think you have to do it on your own? Who could you ask to support to open the next door to let you into the next layer of your dream? Where do you sit in all of this? Because I was given this quote: self-doubt doesn't kill the dream, but it does kill productivity. So I want you to sit with that one today. Self-doubt doesn't kill the dream, but it does kill productivity. I don't know whose quote that is, but is it your skills or your lack of support or lack of big vision that's stopping you from really progressing? It all layers in and it all works through. So this is why getting a coach to support you. So if you're the details person and you're struggling to see a big picture and a purpose bigger than yourself for your work, if you're struggling to create the dream, that's how getting support helps. If you're in here and you can see the big dream and you're pushing and pushing and pushing, who's opening the door for you? We don't have to do this alone. And that's why I'm so excited to have you here in this group. We don't have to do it alone. But somewhere, especially in Australia, somewhere we've been told or gotten the impression or been made to feel that we have to do it all ourselves. And having to do it all yourself and not getting support and not asking people to open doors, that's the killer of dreams. Because if you can't be productive, how can you work towards the goal? So I really want you to think about it. Post in the comments, do you think you're the big visionary person? Do you think you're the change maker who's more the details? Maybe we can get some collaborations and things happening in here. But please, don't let productivity kill your dream. Don't let the feeling that you have to do it all on your own kill the dream. Yes, there's some layers there. There's some levels that you might need to get through, your upper limits, your blocks, your lack of skills, the support or whatever. But this is why this group is here. This is why on the theme days, support each other. Use the themes to have questions. If you have a question, just ask the question in the group. There are some amazing, well, not some, you are all amazing at what you do, and your skill sets are so broad. Between us all, we can get rid of these walls and we can get the dream. So don't ever think you're alone on this journey. So I'm looking forward to your responses. If you think you're a visionary, if you think you're a change maker, big picture vision, details, specifics, there's no right or wrong answer, but understanding where you sit in this and what's keeping you in that little space that is a first massive step towards getting here, which is why we're here. All right, lovely people, I've talked for 10 minutes. Love your work. Use the hashtags, post today. If you've got questions, pop them in the comments, and let's continue to dream fearlessly. All right, bye.